Well, I'm black, so hair is rather important. You know, you have a lot of people think your hair should always be done. I personally am one of the people because I'm just super lazy.
I don't know very many people who are naturally blonde, and then also like have like this kind of like curl, I guess. I don't know. Like, I just haven't met anyone with the same kind of hair as me, so.
I did the thing where I brushed it and had a middle part, and then I did the thing where I twisted it, and then I combed it. It's been like a journey of me figuring out how to do it for me, since my mom is white, and so she just has different hair than me.
I do not like when people say good hair. Personally, I find it very offensive. I don't believe that anybody has like better hair than anybody.
I love my hair because it defines who I am.
Black hair is not considered good hair in American culture. Most things black are not considered good in American culture. Barbers are a little bit different. Usually the techniques for the barbers are a little bit different, that can be spread with different cultures and different races in a different way than you can with general hairstyling or with cutting and coloring of women's hair, usually because of the length difference. But even then, Ann Arbor does not offer a lot for ethnic minorities. Ypsilanti offers a little bit, primarily in terms of men's hairstyling, in terms of barbershops that might cater to a different demographic. But even then, a lot of times I know people are traveling a long way to go to shops, to go to salons or barbershops or places where they can feel like they have a licensed professional who knows how to work with their hair texture.
When I was younger, I used to hate my hair. I used to always get it cut, keep it low, because everybody used to give me compliments and I was very shy. But as of late, I decided to let it grow out and just embrace it. So yeah, I love my curls.
We spend so much time on our hair. It's definitely a huge portion of our life. We spend a long time in hair salons. I spend a long time watching hair videos and just looking up different things about my hair. So,
how do you feel when you're about to install a new hairstyle or something like that?
Dreadful.
Dreadful?
Yes.
Why?
Because it takes a long time. It takes a lot of work. It's
yeah,
like a process.
Definitely.
Oh, I get happy. Like the other day I did my hair because I was stressed out. I was like,
yes,
I'm gonna do my hair because I like.
Yes,
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a stress. It can also be a stress reliever.
Yeah.
On average, the time that I spent doing my hair really depends on how I'm styling my hair. If I'm wearing my hair straight, I spend 2 hours twice a week washing, deep conditioning, blow drying, and styling it. And then wrapping it at night so that it stays smooth.
I have like a really nice, pretty voice, just like her. You have like really pretty hair. And I was like, oh wow, thank you. He's like, oh wow, you changed your hair again. You changed it so much. Wow, that's amazing. And I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I attention to that.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, it's cool.
I love my hair because it's easy to maintain. I hop up out the bed, turn my swag on, of course, and I just go about my day. Like, there's no extra real maintenance to it. I just sit down once a month, once every couple of weeks to get it retwisted for a couple hours, and that's it. So it's super low maintenance because I'm super low maintenance, so it really works for me. And then I have the blue. Hopefully the camera can see it. I always joke that if you're friends with me or you date me, you don't just date me, you date my hair. It's a part. What I love about it? Okay, what do I love? I think that no one else has it. That like, I think of like when I'm meeting up with friends and they're like, find me in a crowd. I can't find you in a crowd. You guys all look the same. You're all, like, but you can find me. You're gonna come find me because you're gonna see the hair. And I mean, on this campus, there are only like 2 black people here anyway. And then, you know, half of that is black women, and then, you know, half of natural hair and such, such, such. So I can't even think of another black person on this campus that has locks. Like, I'm sure there is one, but, like, I can't picture somebody like that right now. So, I mean, just having my hair like this sets me apart anyways. So, yeah. And I love my hair because, like, it's grown really fast. It's super easy to take care of. I mean, me and my hair, we be chilling. I don't have bad hair days, and I appreciate my hair for rocking with me like that.
Being an American, I think it's just, we have so many different styles of hair that there isn't like a correct way, so I never feel that my hair plays much into my culture.
We ask that people wear their hair straight and not braided and not locked when they come into a business setting. We don't value people wearing other cultural garb from other races or ethnicities for that matter, because it seemed inappropriate or it's just something that's not safe. The concept that people aren't safe when you're around something cultured makes it really interesting. But when white Americans appropriate it, it's obviously seen as fashion forward and okay.
My sister does hair, so I've always had to keep my hair together with her. She's always had to do my hair. And also within my African American community, you know, we put a big emphasis on having your hair together, so I always make sure my hair is done because that's just how I've always been raised.
And then also amongst black people, there's like the people that think like your hair should be straight or like weave all the time. And you have like the natural people that are all no relaxers, no whatever. And I mean, like I said, I guess I've been like natural all my life, but it was never like a thing I did on purpose. I'm just like literally too lazy to have my hair pressed every day. It just seems like a lot. And I applaud people who do it, but I wasn't gonna do it. And I don't understand how weave works, so I just kind of never made it to that part. So
I think
you're supposed to brush your hair. It's because it's not tightly knitted at the bottom, so that's why it's like it come out. Yeah, because there's nothing you can do. I thought you could stop that, but you can't.
How much is this hair?
Well, I got it over in China because it's all human hair. Usually you buy it at the store. They throw some synthetic in there, but this is all human hair. So this is much cheaper to have it shipped over from China than it is to get it here in the States. So I got three bundles, which is different lengths. I got a 16, a 14, and a 12 length, and an enclosure, and it cost me like about $160. If I bought just one pack of hair here, and if I was trying to get human hair or Remy type hair, it could cost me $100 per hair. So it could cost me roughly $300 or $400 for what I got for $150.
I just think that I really think that it's a personal issue. If you know that you're coloring your hair because you want to be like these blonde girls, then that's a problem. But if you're coloring your hair just because you want it, like you wanted a new color and you thought that blonde would look good on you, then that's sort of a different topic, and it's not for me to look at you and say that you have your hair colored blonde, so you trying to be like this white girl. That's not my place to judge you at all. My place is to accept what you've done with your hair and love you anyways.
Do you guys get like the, oh my gosh, your hair is so cool and how'd you do that? And it's like it's
all the time. And it's so interesting because they never say, oh my gosh, your hair is so pretty, so beautiful. They say it's so cool.
I've heard that.
I get it's so cool.
Yeah, I don't get it's beautiful or it's pretty. I usually get it's cool. And I'm just like, I mean, yeah, I see that you're trying to compliment me, but cool, it makes me feel like I'm something sort of different. And I understand you haven't seen something like that before, but cool is not the sort of right word to use. My hair is not a spectacle. It's not cool. It's not the circus.
I think my hair's cool. Like, yeah, cool. I don't know.
I have seen in a professional setting a lot of usually mainstream white styling that can mimic coily or dense textured hair, making it basically seem as if it was African American hair. I've seen it at hair shows. I've seen it in magazines, on YouTube videos. I've seen it a couple different ways with a couple different people who are celebrities. And that's really problematic because it borders on appropriation. One might even say that it actually is cultural appropriation. But in the mainstream industry, they're like, look at this new beautiful texturing that we have. And a lot of people are like, how did this happen? And black women are walking around like, this has been me my entire life. What are you talking about? So again, I think that we take bits and pieces of different people's cultures and we value it in mainstream culture when it benefits the mainstream, when it benefits the dominant grouping, when it benefits white people.
I feel like lately though, because like this natural movement has been like so
widespread. A lot of people who are maybe of color, maybe not African American or black, or they are like, you know, white or whatever. I've gotten a lot of compliments from like both sides. Some are saying it's cool, some are saying it's beautiful. I think a lot of people are starting to recognize now there's a lot more work that needs to be done. But I feel like a lot of people are like really noting like, oh, like maybe I do have like these preconceived notions, and like, you know, I didn't really realize what was going on. Like having more, I'm getting more affirmations, I think. I think it's really cool. Like when I had my actual hair out, I got a lot of that, and it was just like, I wasn't expecting it, but it was nice.
Black hair oftentimes gets fetishized in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it can manifest itself in a more positive light, meaning people learning about hair and learning about culture as kind of a subsidiary of that. And sometimes it's looked at as if it's a costume. And so because of that, we know that like black hair is something that is still kind of an antithesis, the antithesis of what's appropriate in America. An experience that's happening right now that people can make a lot of money off of, and they can commercialize in a way that also decreases the value of the individual's experience with embracing their natural hair texture. In Ann Arbor, there are not a lot of hairstyling places, salons, barbershops, what have you, for minority people. I think that there are a few for Asian American people to get their hair cut, but there are not black salons, there are not Dominican salons or other areas of the Latino kind of spectrum that can do Latino hair. Oftentimes people, if you can do black hair, you can also work in different textures of Latino hair, but there are not spaces for them either. And there aren't also for Indian or Middle Eastern cultures or Middle Eastern people to get their hair done. Hairitage is obviously a spin on heritage, meaning that a person's hair, texture, styling, the way they use it, the way they view themselves in it, is a reflection on their cultural upbringing and a reflection on their racial or ethnic or national origin.